Argentine government has announced it has uncovered classified documents that contain crucial information about the military dictatorship in the 1970s and 80s. The discovery sheds light on a period when the military tortured and killed tens of thousands during Argentina's dirty war. CCTV's Joel Richards is live for us in Buenos Aires. And Joel, how important is this new information?
Well, good evening, Elaine. Well, these findings really are incredibly important. Just this week, Argentina is commemorating 30 years since the end of the dictatorship. And in those 3 decades, there's never been any official information given by the military. So the discovery of these new files, 280 documents in total, is really extremely important, both on historical value, but also with trials going on around the country, also incredibly important and could be used in a court of law. All these findings were mentioned yesterday and presented by the Defense Minister, Agustin Rossi.
Well, and Joel, what type of information is there exactly?
Well, yesterday, as the Defence Minister, Mr. Rossi, explained that there's still so much information. We're still really waiting maybe for 6 months in total to sift through all the information there is. But he mentioned specifically that the military often discussed the reputation and how they were viewed abroad, but also, and perhaps most importantly, with the blacklists. There was often rumours that there were lists of people who were viewed as dangerous or suspicious by the dictatorship, and now that we know there were 331 in total, and many of them include people who are internationally famed, the singer Mercedes Sosa, the Oscar-winning actress Norma Aleandro, and also the writer Julio Cortázar. So many people known around the world who were viewed as suspicious by the dictatorship, of course at a time when there was torture and murder, and so clearly the evidence of this is now extremely important.
So what does this mean for the victims and possibly victims' families?
For the victims, this is extremely welcomed because what they've always demanded is information and for the military to speak out. There are very few, a handful of military officers who were involved in the crimes committed during the dictatorship who have spoken out. So now there is information. As we said, this will take quite some time to be revealed, the full extent and what we know from these documents. But for example, we know that one of the founding members of the Mothers of the Disappeared, Hebe Bonafini, her request for information about the whereabouts of her children, we now have information that they received that and that it was discussed on an official level. So for the families of the victims, it's extremely important, and there is the irony, if you like, that these files were discovered in one of the military bases, which sits exactly opposite the streets to where the trials for crimes committed during the dictatorship are being carried out. So finally there is some light into what was really one of the darkest chapters in Argentine history. Back to you, Elaine.
All right, Joel Richards reporting live from Buenos Aires. Thank you so much for that update.